Gemini, in the month of November, what I'm being shown is there is expansion coming in your life path. Let's take a look at the sun, moon, and rising and see exactly what this means. Now, I hope you guys are doing really well because November is going to be super, super chaotic. It's going to have a down moment where it's just kind of silent, and then you're going to have a lighter moment where you get to break free and start this new beginning or expand what you've already begun. Even if you've started a new job, even or a relationship or anything to do with your personal projects and your foundation, new financial investments, this new is expanding, and that's what I'm seeing, and this is very positive information. So if you have been working on changing your personal foundation, everything sits on that foundation. That's a land that you live on. That is your financial resources, everything, your energy level, all of it. There is expansion, opportunity coming in that I see a lot of our Gemini are going to take advantage of, particularly when it comes to giving back to humanity from a healthy look of opportunities. That's what I just heard from you. Now let me know if that makes sense for you. A healthy look of opportunities. So you may be looking at different things in your life right now and trying to figure out what is going on. You do have the five of Swords. So this is a lot of internal conflict, and that's what I feel for some of you. You've definitely been going through this expand. Do I want to go this way? Do I want to start a new project? Do I want to go, I'm hearing the word Bahamas. Okay, let me know if that's you. Do I want to go to the Bahamas? It's like this sense of really tossing things around. You might be dealing with people in your life, Gemini, that are doing this around you, through you, or influencing you in some way. There's a sense of crossness. So if you have for example, if you have a relative who is dealing with a individual, a lawyer or a doctor, an attorney or a doctor, where it's not going well, I feel like there's part of you that wants to stand up and help this individual. And that is what you're making that decision on, but yet you don't have all the facts. You're being guided to make sure that you find out all the facts. So that might mean you pulling out this very courageous energy inside of you and say, let me look at this. Okay, let me look at this. Whoever you are dealing with, whether it be a friend, a boss, some of you, it's your own self that you're dealing with something along that line. But I am seeing it has to do with an attorney or doctors, all right, medical or legal situations. By really dissecting this information that you're going to be looking at, it's going to help you make a decision and clear out that disturbances. Negative thinking will go away. Everything's going to make more sense to our Gemini. Now, over the last 2 years, Gemini, you've grown so much. I'm going to say about 2 years ago, maybe into 3 years ago, there was a lot of angry Geminis, all right? And people are people. But when I look at my community and I look at the groups right now, Virgo is one of them where they're having a really hard time. But Gemini is breaking free of that. And that's what I love about this. So it's like you are literally changed over these last 2 years. Everything you've done, all of the intensity in dealing with this angry people and dealing with these intense situations has changed you as a person. It has changed you as a person, and now you get to move into something so much better. The overall card that came out for you is the Four of Wands, and this Four of Wands is talking about relationships. Relationships with co-workers, with your neighbors, with yourself. It doesn't matter who the relationship with. Some of you have a relationship with the stars, right? It's the relationship is that beautiful connection that we have. And that's what I'm seeing for Gemini, where it's going to expand, particularly in the family, friend, community section. So Gemini, are you one of the people who've been feeling very lonely? You had to get rid of everybody. This Five of Swords meant cutting everybody out of your life. And we have to go through this. We literally have to remove all of the past anything that was damaged, all right, anything that was broken, anything that was negative, that was holding you back, making you feel resistance of who you are and what direction you're supposed to go, or contorting the way that you think, called manipulation, right? All of these things have to be removed. Sometimes it can be losing everything, even more than once, until we understand the value of self. And that's where I feel Gemini has really changed. You've really become acclimated to the value of self. Now, why am I emphasizing that word acclimated is because when we go through this transit period, who we were is not who we are today. So we have to get familiar with the new person. So with Gemini, I just feel this beautiful energy of saying, I like who I am. This is who I am. I like the people that I chose and they like me back. I give, they give, right? So there's a sense of balance around the sign of Gemini. If you are feeling worn out and tired, that's understandable, and you're definitely getting ready to come out of it. Time is speeding up. And when time speeds up, okay, look at it this way. Over the past decade, every year at the end of the year when it's holiday season, we get really tired. We want to go to work, we want to come home. And then we have to go shopping and we have to wrap presents and we have to do all the holiday stuff. So we get very tired and time flies by. But now we aren't talking about the holidays, we're talking about life changes. This is a big spiritual event that is going on. It is happening to so many, but the beauty of it for your reading, Gemini, is that you are actually in a much better place. You're headed to a much better place than what you left behind. And I love that for my Geminis. Okay, so this is like a rebirth of you, an early stage of rebirth, because the real beginning is in the month of November. I'm recording this in October. So let's take a look in your family and friend sector a little deeper. I kind of got sidetracked, but it does involve the community that is around you. Some of you are getting ready to meet new soul family people. So if you've been alone, feeling lonely, it is time for you to just say, okay, I know they're coming, and make sure you're ready for it. Make sure you are open to receive it. You're highly intuitive, so you already know a lot of the things that are said, especially from me, a psychic remote viewer, right? And I pull the tarot in for you because it's super cool and it's fun to watch. But it actually confirms a lot of the messages that I hear from my guides, my higher self. My guardian is here, Archangel Michael is here, and then I'm tapped into the divine. And that's what they're going to talk to you about at the end of this reading with that final message. It has a lot to do with the community around you. And I do see Gemini, as generous as you are, you're going to be more open to helping neighbors and friends, opening doors, but giving only what you can give. If you can't give, you won't give anything, but maybe even just lending an ear to listen to them and say, I wish you all the best. So it's like not taking on their burden, but allowing them to express themselves in a healthy way. You're going to become the little psychologist in your local neighborhood. You probably already are. For some of you, you know everything that's going on with all of the neighbors, but it's not coming from, in the month of November, it won't be coming from the gossipy side of life. It's going to be coming from the concern and actual, I care about you. So here I'm just listening. I don't see you guys giving advice, and nor should you give advice unless you actually know what's right for that individual. And some of you do and some of you don't. But it's more about just lending a hand, opening a door, lending an ear. And by doing this, I feel that it's going to start bringing other people around you. You're going to I see a lot of people around Gemini in the month of November. They start coming in, and then it expands over the next 2 to 3 months through December and January. So there's a lot of new people coming into your life just because you're just being you. Okay? You're just being your normal self, who you were before you got into this Five of Swords energy. Now, I do feel for some of you, the family and friend sector had a lot to do with it. Obviously, some of you have come from manipulators of the family, victims, okay? I need this. Maybe you were the victim. with a family situation, or you were watching it from a neighbor or even a relative of yours, but you have some interconnection with this manipulation, and that's what you had to work through. And if you haven't worked through it, you want to step your game up and you want to break through that. Okay, feel free to book a session with me. You can book with anybody you want, but it's time to really break free from old patterns of the past. You have the Wheel of Fortune, and that's what I'm hearing. And the song is really cute. I had a feeling this card was going to come out because the song I heard for you is these boots were made for walking. Okay, it's like the wheels are turning, and these boots are made for walking, and it's like, I'm gonna walk forward, I'm gonna walk all over you because I don't need this. But it's not from a bad point of view. That may sound like it. It's more, I'm not putting up with anybody's stuff. Not that you normally do. However, this time it's different. It's like, thank you, bye-bye. Thank you, see you later, and you're gone. And there's this beautiful sense of balance. And you know, Gemini, you get the bad rap we all have. Every zodiac sign has their little character flaws. But every person, it doesn't matter what the zodiac sign is, but yours happens to be being a little bit going from side to side, much like Libra, right? So there is this sense of coming in a place of balance, and that's where that Four of Wands is really in the community. It's relationship with self that opens you up, and your aura is just bright as can be. And I'm seeing beautiful golden yellow light around a lot of you. And I am seeing some red. So there's some fiery energy. This is passion. This is exciting. So if you have a project that has to do with a family member, it's time for you to do it. And what they're showing me is a family member where the two of you are, it looks like woodwork. The vision that I'm seeing looks like two people doing woodwork, like creating some type of artwork out of woodwork. It could be building a house together, but it's you and one family member just sitting there and you're doing something together. I don't feel it's necessarily your partner, but we're going to look at romance in a minute and then we'll go into that guided message. But there's just this beautiful energy of camaraderie, of balance and working together, but not really talking. It's just like in sync. Everything is just in sync with this particular person. Whoever this person is there's a beautiful bond with this individual. Now, it doesn't have to be woodwork. Okay, that's one example, one vision that I see, and there can be millions of visions that I see, but you need to expand, and that's what this is about, expanding, going beyond, because your life path is expanding. If you're trying to build a home with a family member, it's going to go well. If you're working on anything with that one person that you really click with, it's going to go very well. Now, some of you, I do see, it looks like you may be traveling with a friend or a family member. I see 1, 2, 3 people in this vision where you may be traveling. It looks like across the water. Now, that can be hypothetically from North America to Europe. It can be going across the bridge in your local neighborhood. There is a beautiful conversation. There's laughing. There's sharing positive memories. And I really feel a lot of you are going to reconnect with somebody that you haven't seen in a very long time. Somebody there was a lot of love and there may have been a fallout. But now that time has passed, it's like, what was the fallout about? And was it really that important? Sometimes we fight for things that are not real. We believe we gotta fight. And that's one side of Gemini. It's like, you're the fighter, right? You're the fighter. And you're gonna fight for what's right. But yet when you take a step back and you look at it, it doesn't make any sense anymore because you're not the same person. And I feel that this individual or these two people, whoever this is over here, related to you, a family or friend member, somebody you used to work with, they're not the same person either. So there's a beautiful coming back around with this individual that's going to be I'm hearing the word dynamic. Okay, dynamic. Remember, with the Wheel of Fortune, you create your own destiny. So if you want to reconnect with your family and it feels right, then you do it. If it doesn't feel right, then you say, thank you, bye-bye. Okay, these boots are made for walking, and I'm going to walk right out the door. And there's just this beautiful energy coming in when it comes to family and friends, and that definitely has a lot to do with community. That's soul families, meeting new people. You may be crossing the waters, going across a bridge, going to a park where there's a bridge and there's somebody on the other side. But I do see a reunion for some of you and a new person coming in for others, where they might wind up being your new best friend, okay, your new bestie, and the two of you are going to really click and connect. Now, when it comes to romance, you guys, I do feel that some of you may be traveling to see your partner. If there is a distance, let us know if you and your partner have been away from each other for a long time, especially if you have to travel across water. Now, I don't feel that all of you are going to make this relationship work, but there is a final piece, a missing piece for your healing and their healing. To literally cut the cords on that relationship if you do not want to be in it. While others, again, it goes back to that message I heard just a moment ago, where you are... What did we even fight over? Like, did you see how I had that little brain freeze for a moment? That's what it's like. What did we even, what are we fighting about? What is our problem? Why we are distant, whether that's under the same roof or not. Boundaries need to be reestablished with your current partner. Okay, the Seven of Wands is saying that by sitting down and really communicating as you normally can do, but not in the way that you used to. You could be out there fighting for something and then shut down and poof. And there goes nobody knows what you want. You just tighten up and you turn your back, right? And it caused a rift. So whether it was you or your partner, somebody stopped communicating. They stopped sharing. They stopped investing in the relationship. By recreating these boundaries, you can bring back the relationship back into a solid ground and create this expansion of your existing relationship. That's very, very positive news. And others of you, it's like, boundaries? No, you violated my boundaries and I am so done with you. It's like, I am so done with you. So there is a two-way street going on, and it's really going to come in heavy in the month of November. Now, for those of you who are single, I feel that this is going to be a very unique time. I see Gemini. I'm seeing a vision where Gemini is super, super busy, as you always are. Busy, 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 busy. And then you crash. But this is like, while you're busy, I see somebody watching you. It's not in a creepy way. Somebody actually sees you and they want to get to know you. They want to meet you. They want to dance and frolic with you. They want to actually have a wonderful time with you. And these are the golden rays of sunshine that I see around you with a little bit of red. Look at that. See? And that card just came out right now. So this is what I'm actually seeing for beautiful Gemini, where this is going to be an exciting relationship for those of you who want a relationship. If you don't want one, just move past this, okay? Well, you don't have to post, I am old, I am single, I am abused, I don't want this. You don't have to post that. Just move past it. And accept that maybe, just maybe, this new person coming in that I see for the single Gemini, maybe it's not really about romance. It's about a friendship that can, if you choose to, turn into a romance later on. But today you might not be ready for that, okay? Not everybody is ready for that relationship, especially if you had to go through reestablishing boundaries with the people and fighting with people in that Five of Swords energy. So what we come out of is gone, and now there's a gaping hole where we just don't quite know what to do. But this person is going to see something in you. You know, I work with so many Geminis. I love Geminis very much. And there's a beautiful quality about Geminis where you have the childlike innocence in you, and you giggle, and then you turn into this grown-up adult, like in a matter of seconds. But they're going to like that about you. They're going to actually really enjoy your conversations. And boy, you can really have great conversations. So it's time to start talking to people and opening up and sharing about life, not the miserable things in life, about life in general. And don't get me wrong, there's going to be a lot of miserable things that can be happening all over the place. No matter whether you are down here, up here, up here, up here, it doesn't matter whether in your 3D or the 4D world, even in the 5D world. There's just this beautiful excitement coming in for our Geminis. You are expanding in every possible way. So let me bring in the guided message from Archangel Michael, my guide and higher self. Gemini, you have fought and fought throughout your life. You fought to keep the things that you wanted. You fought for your family. You fought for your friends. You fought for love. You fought for everything that meant something to you. But you're entering a time right now where you are connecting with the divine and realizing the divine is in you, works through you, because you are the divine. You are the master of your destiny, and we are guiding you. When you need us, we'll be here, but we're guiding you toward your inner connection of knowing. Expanding beyond what you've already known, we will be there for you if you feel you're going to fail. Don't look backwards and continue to move forwards, but move forward from a different place than you ever have before. Move forward, seeing the vision that it is that you actually want. Going toward what you want, but be open to receive whatever comes into you, because the divine, your inner wisdom, your knowledge, the highest point of you, knows exactly what you need, even if it's not connected completely to the conscious mind. We are not in your conscious mind, subconscious mind. We are in you. We work through you through that connection. Never feel that you are alone. We are always here with you. If you find yourself in times of crying, let the tears fall. Cut the cords from all of those past situations. We will be here to wipe the tears away. My team, we are all here for you, as we always have been. You have a beautiful path in front of you, and it is time for Gemini to really step up and choose to walk down that path. But again, it is your choice. So if you want to stay where you've been, go back where you were, that's your choice too. But if you follow your higher consciousness, if you follow the divine, you will wind up being and creating what is heaven right here on earth. Thank you guys. I hope you have a great month. Much love.